All right, so this is what's up. This Dr. Johnson. This is Amen. He got his consciousness stolen from a data center. The data centers are to freaking steal our consciousness. SEAL Team 6 is SEAL Team 696969. Anyways, Dr. Johnson, basically, I asked you, I needed you to freaking make a Facebook profile so I could freaking so I could show you my proof of spy profile, and you didn't do it, and freaking I was really disappointed. And basically now it's an emergency because the letters that you wrote. So I was super depressed, and I asked God to show me a sign I wasn't crazy, and I freaking took that picture. Then I walked to the beach, took that real quick, and that real quick. So I want to know, Dr. Johnson, I didn't look at the picture. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I just took the picture of the whole mural. And then freaking I was taking a picture of, that my friends that are in there doing a little photo shoot, these girls that are always there, and they buy jewelry from me. So I didn't see, so I'll show you, you'll see it on my phone. I'm making this freaking video to freaking show Dr. Judge Pinkett. This boat right here there's three of them, makes all the floods and shit, all the storms. Basically, they plan on freaking, look, the dragons, two dragons in the clouds, dragon and freaking, dragon. Boom. Florida has a dragon underneath Polk County. I'm Puff the Magic Dragon. I get killed soon. Won't even remember I'm human. And so basically, I hope I see my mom again. And basically, and sister. But I hadn't seen my mom in a long time. And I'm fucking happy because things are going right. But when things get sucky, basically, she gets so mean, I could accidentally freaking do something and not see her for 13 generations again. Last time was very bad. Very bad. I made a freaking doll out of freaking glass and freaking China white or something. And freaking of Jesus fucking Christ's wife. Like the blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus wife. So blonde hair, blue, the one that's supposed to get crucified. Something like that. And freaking showed it to her at the Garden of Eden and said I was going to make one for Dad. He'd finally be happy, and the laser shot it out her eyes and hit the freaking apple tree. And freaking boom. They all fell to the ground, 69 of them. And the little serpent freaking girl that I freaking, my wife that I freaking made, that shot 68 freaking milk nets out of her boobies to freaking catch them all, but I drank one. And so it was only 68, and the one apple fell on the ground, and my mom made up the 3-second rule, and she ate from the freaking tree of life knowledge, and she didn't mean to. It was my fault, and I didn't see my mom for 13 generations, and basically, and then I freaking was blind and freaking deaf, and then so much insider trading proves that September 11th was an inside job. Yeah, it was. Freaking, I played in the flight school, cartoons, 60s and 70s, September 11th. If you freaking watch Back to the Future 21 times, it says September 11th, 9/11. And the flight school was in Sarasota and Lakeland to tell ISIS that the Italian that works at Merrill Lynch in Sarasota and Lakeland, his son's the one that fucking boom. His team faked Saddam's death. We faked Saddam's death. We created ISIS. With freaking the Republican Party made ISIS. The Space Shuttle Challenger people are still alive. Freaking, these buildings are from Tartaria, 1850s. This is Carlos Letter. There's 3 of them. He had the island, Carlos Letter Island. There's no articles about him in freaking Lakeland Ledger newspaper. The only paper on the planet with no articles about Pablo Escobar or Carlos Letter is Lakeland Ledger. They called it Middle District, Florida, because if my mom would have seen all these pictures of Carlos Letter, she would have been like, Dennis, your college friends, high school friends, cousins are freaking all Carlos Letter. And Pablo Escobar is the freaking Spanish pastor that took Danny to Indian guides. And Danny's in Oklahoma now, and he says he's going to Mexico in a plane next week. His girlfriend says he goes every week, and he says he doesn't ever remember talking about freaking being in a plane going to Mexico. Some shit like that would go down. He's a politician now, DEA in the 90s for Fast and the Furious. And fucking boom, that's me with Pablo. So basically, so Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. Putin came to see Bush Sr. in 2007. And Putin freaking delivered freaking suitcase nukes to freaking Italy because the Pope loves Putin right after COVID. And boom, Eva Escobar liked my photograph 2 days before I got arrested. That's my Colombian ex-wife. That's my Russian. Putin's twins look just like my Putin, just like my ex-wife. But my ex-wife was raised by her aunt and uncle. The Pope loves Putin. Rogue wave hits Daytona. Freaking 27 miles long. You can view freaking missing suitcase nukes. Russian. Article says they couldn't find them. We find all of them. Boom. My freaking daughter, my son-in-law Putin. Freaking boom. Because I look like that, and I'm freaking. And I got some freaking wiles. Right? Because freaking boom. Boom. Because he was my father-in-law, and he's my son-in-law. Because George W. Bush, biggest drug lord, genuine partners, put in the drug trade. Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch, 78 to launder drug money into the stock market as donations to churches, like the Vatican did with the fucking CIA Democrats. Mafia collusion. The CIA don't like Trump, and fucking because my mom looks like that. So I'm a sperm donor in a spy program called Majestic 12. 2 ovary eggs per month taken, fertilized, hosted in a nanny birth canal. From 12 to 37 is 600 freaking kids if there's no freaking twins. And freaking boom, Merrill Lynch is the Irish Catholic firm, and freaking boom is here's my dad, and boom. So basically, it's freaking. And I became a licensed banker in 7. There's records of me, DEA. I became a licensed banker in 78. Freaking, I got my Series 7 in 66. In 2006, freaking boom. DEA laundered drug money for the cartels. Boom, my friend's dad was CIA. He used to freaking hunt people in the drug trade. This is my son, Javier Vasquez. The internet, he was in jail with. I didn't know he was my son. He showed up in jail. He got arrested going to his dad's funeral. Told me him and his dad were best friends. I said, you've been in and out of prison selling drugs, then your dad is your uncle. Fucking boom. Internet says he's drug lord El Mencho, most savage freaking cartel leader there ever was. And then there's other pictures of the other drug lord El Menchos, and they died like a month ago. Basically, I need you to freaking contact my judge, Judge Anna Maria. They're fucking all in China. They're not dead. Fucking special for. I have to be competent, so I'm gonna say that because of fucking boom, Polk County. And the internet says that drug lord El Mencho is dead. I know for a fact that they captured him because if he died in transport after he got shot, that means they've took him to the fucking place where they could torture him a little bit, special forces, to see if they could find any money, because basically they were acting like they don't know that he's DEA, because fucking, the fucking Democrat Party is fucking not with me being with freaking Trump and freaking Putin. So I don't know. So basically, I'm sure that they freaking gave him drugs to see if he could get memories back. And they found out there's no way to get memories back for like 10 years to find out he has no connection to the money or the bombs. Just the drug selling as a street level drug dealer. He was not drug lord El Mencho. He didn't even know. He invited me to go to Sinaloa and freaking has a big tattoo of El Chapo on his shoulder. Did not know I'm his dad. These went down into the Scott Lake Aquifer, 2006. 2006, big year. The 2006, what are those? They're nuclear submarines. They're nuclear drills. I think they drilled a tunnel to freaking the Keys. The Keys, the Atlantic, the Gulf. And as soon as anybody messes with me, boom, 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 there'll be fucking water in freaking Bartow. There'll be so much water the only way. And it'll be from fucking boom, Scott Lake to Lake freaking Hollingsworth. This whole lake sunk down. But there's not 3. There's 3 right there. There would never be just 3. Because basically, I remember 3 other times and nobody knows. 369. But we never go in. So basically 369. So basically, those are probably fucking boom. You know, the governments, and then freaking ours, and then freaking theirs. So we have the foreign governments, our government, and then the freaking people. So we have enough firepower. So that's gonna freaking, we're gonna bring the water. We're gonna build a freaking BlackRock. You heard of BlackRock and Vanguard? So basically, ships happen. So this is where this laser makes all the fires. Freaking Elementia. So basically, this guy freaking boom. Look at these little aliens in the tree. See these freaking aliens, kind of? I don't know if you can see that. So Dr. Johnson, this Matt Williams. So you need to tell me, is this a freaking picture of Matt Williams Photoshop? Did we fake Matt Williams' death? I'm going to war with Polk County because I freaking made a freaking video. I did math to get rid of COVID, and I remember Matt Williams got killed by his partner, not Angela Freeland. And for 10 hours, I was trying to make a movie good enough to post. I never did. Finally, the Spanish girl showed up, got my phone, freaking took me to a hotel, got me something to eat. Then I woke up and my mom said, "Oh my God, the detectives called me." And I looked and I said, "Mom, it's not illegal. If a video's illegal, my spy people would fucking delete it. Because if I put any videos and said Chinese General Chang, it would delete it in 5 minutes. My shit's monitored. And freaking, if nobody freaking deleted it because it wasn't illegal. And freaking, but I said that Matt Williams stole my bombs, and basically, and we got to find them to turn them off, but we can't ask them where they are because they killed them. And I was talking about, because I saw freaking, and I was just fucked up. That's all I said, is that Matt Williams stole my bombs. I said I could accidentally kill my mom and sister and everyone in South Lakeland if I don't turn off Matt Williams' bombs. Something like that. I didn't say I had desire to kill my freaking mom and sister, but since I used the word kill, they want me in fucking Polk County jail to torture me to find some Pablo Escobar drug money. They're probably be told to freaking not to let me go because fucking, we're about to go to, they don't want me to get a hold of Trump and freaking on the freaking news and be like, join freaking the cartels with the soldiers, with the police, and be like, dude, no freaking, we made a list, freaking Facebook. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. If you freaking hate Trump and think he sucks and freaking him and his daughter are freaking, getting freaking are having an affair, of course not. He just loves his daughter. And then basically, and his daughter's mom fell down the stairs and freaking, and died. And they buried her in the plant place. Anyways, we faked her mom's death, for sure. But we fake people's deaths. She have an easier life. So much hate for Trump, because if you watch a movie, A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, a 200-year plan for the USA and Vatican Church to make A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, 200-year plan to make USA communist after socialism fails. How do you make socialism fail? First, you got to go socialism by having capitalism crash, and that's crash the dollar by letting freaking millions of freaking immigrants move in and paying for them. That's the Democrat plan. And freaking they did all that, which we liked it a little bit, because we had a lot of kids freaking bringing over our 50 caliber bullets, because we don't want to freaking take out the whole car with the EMFs. We just want to take out the radiator and freaking boom and keep the car. So yeah, we're going to have those Russian helicopters picking up all the cars that we want and freaking bringing them out of there. We are leaving freaking here. So yeah, amen. Freaking, I don't want to freaking kill anybody, but I want to freaking definitely win the war. So basically, we're gonna have to. Trump's sending all the freaking troops to freaking Iran and shit, and then something's gonna happen, and NATO's coming in from China, and NATO's coming in from freaking Mexico, and they're coming straight to Polk County. And basically, dude, I think freaking everybody freaking, everybody's gonna freaking has partial, like everybody freaking Polk County has some of the numbers and shit, and so knows where the GPS coordinates and shit, and they're gonna come. The freaking NATO's coming, and it's cartel Jalisco, the New Generation Cartel, and freaking they're gonna fucking crucify me like Jesus fucking Christ, because that's what my dad named me, and fucking right in front of my mom and sister, to fucking save the world, and they're gonna let them fucking beat me, like whip me one time. So they're gonna and they're gonna make my mom and sister fucking do it first. Like, you're both gonna have to learn how to pop a towel and pop me in the fucking back with like a freaking, or with a robot arm, and fucking beat the shit, and fucking pop me one time each. And I don't want them to do that. So basically, you gotta be here, because basically, because I got knife drones called ninjas, and then boom, if anybody hits me, they're gonna get shot with a fucking, and it hurts bad, depending on how bad it freaking hurts or scares me, how big the fucking knife is. And basically, I don't want that to happen to my mom and sister, so I'd much rather freaking you come down, and freaking, I made something with my friend Jesse Som. It's a cigarette freaking, it's freaking a cigarette freaking, I cut the head off a cigarette, and fucking, it says DJ on it, dude. Freaking, it's like a board bag. It's DJ, and it's freaking high tech. And you put someone's head in it, and it takes two people, and it laminates both, where it cuts off perfectly the head, and it laminates it too, so no blood leak. And you just accidentally cut someone's head off, and freaking boom. We named it Dr. Johnson. So basically, you gotta freaking, you gotta come and freaking help me, dude. You gotta freaking call up freaking, because you were supposed to freaking do what I say. You're the only one that freaking, everybody else doesn't want to help me. They suck. They're bad friends. No one thinks anything's gonna happen, and I know shit's gonna happen, and I don't want to fucking accidentally kill people, because freaking we're ran out of time. It's like, oh my gosh, shit, we gotta freaking get over here quite this quick and shit, blah, blah. And I don't want to do freaking, my mom is freaking, you gotta honor thy mother. I just want my mom to have a peaceful time, and basically, it's so basically, yeah, you gotta freaking help me, because basically, you gotta help me. You gotta tell Doctor, you gotta freaking tell Judge Anna Maria, Judge Pinkett, my current judge, they're doing such illegal shit to me. When my friends come over from fucking NATO and shit, and they start playing fucking recorded stuff from the NSA and freaking, of my dad's friends that freaking should have helped me, like that freaking total prick, freaking my dad's lawyer friends, that my mom took my dad to the lawyer to take me off the trust. They did that shit illegally. They want to know where my dad's secret book of business is. They fucking got it, but they didn't know, and they still don't know, because they're not snitching. They're not fucking snooping on my Facebook. So my parents' friend, I bet you my parents' friends know that freaking, Putin probably fucking called him. It's like, yeah, Denny's a piece of shit. Freaking traps him, translate. Fucking boom. He hurt my daughter so bad. And then they don't even know that he's freaking with freaking my daughter, and freaking, in the Americas, and freaking, and then basically, then, basically, they're gonna end up finding out. He had one fucking rule, not to freaking send me his daughter, a daughter. I mean, I was flattered that he wanted to marry one of my daughters, and freaking, and I was young. I was like freaking 5, and he wanted me to marry his daughters. He really thought he was fucking Mother Russia's prodigal son. But dude, he's freaking my dad's brother, Nazi German, Adolf Hitler's freaking son, and Hermann Schmelnick III. I taught him how to speak freaking, I taught him his name, fucking brother, he used to climb up Gus, the tree Gus, and freaking be nervous because we had a black guy up there with us. And if if he was freaking worried about black people, he thought freaking Jesus was white because they were Russian Orthodox Church, copied the fucking Catholic Church, and freaking now he's fucking telling everybody Jesus is black, and basically but the other Putin, and the one in freaking Russia, and so basically the fall of the Soviet Union was done to get the freaking missiles out of Ukraine now. So basically, my uncle married my daughter, and freaking basically, and I was married to his daughter, which basically, and everybody's gonna fucking make fun of the rumors gonna go around and shit, and basically, and then basically, I'm gonna find out, and then people will laugh at me, like laugh, and freaking you can hear it, and like you can hear them laughing. You can talk about me bad behind my back. You can beat me up and fucking leave me for dead. You can beat my mom and sister and fucking put me in jail and me be so depressed. But when someone fucking laughs at me, I fucking boom accidentally cut their heads off with my fucking hands, cause I'm Edward Scissorhands I was delivered to Southgate. So basically, she's not my freaking. Yeah, I'm not freaking. So basically, I'm not even human. I'm not even humane. I'm like adopted. So basically, and my sister and my mom, they're what's the girl's name? Edith Scissorhands. So yeah, dude. So basically, yeah. So freaking, So I'm not even the same Denny. Denny was so upset, freaking, that you didn't help him and help him get rid of this problem. He freaking left. He's in the Caribbean. He don't give a shit. So basically, yeah, you gotta come freaking help me, or yeah, you gotta definitely call Judge Pinkett and tell Judge Pinkett to tell all her friends, kids in other states to make an announcement. Freaking, you've been chosen because you're cool ass kids. Freaking, back when I was at the mental hospital, all the judges, we weren't gonna mess with the judges. They're supposed to keep the shit fair. But fucking boom, Google fucking KKK, underneath Frostproof Jail, the biggest mass fucking KKK grave the world's ever seen. And babe, I was there for the last KKK party. Freaking the icing on the cake. Freaking white people on top of the freaking black people. Like, boom, no more KKK parties there. It's not nice. And then we fucking laid the foundation. They think it's gonna sink. It's gonna raise up. And basically it's gonna raise up because that's fucking quicksand all the way down to Puff the Magic Dragon's head. Those black people, they don't die. So basically, the KKK parties, and then boom, all of a sudden, freaking, something happens and freaking they get scared they're gonna get busted, freaking having a KKK party because freaking all the people, high school kids, are freaking coming out there from freaking Lakeland to freaking look for freaking dinosaur bones and shit and play in the quicksand and freaking because there's quicksand, Puff the Magic Dragon who lives by the sea. See, you're a doctor, you might not believe in all this shit, but how you can believe in Puff the Magic Dragon is if you go to freaking make a post on TikTok and pick a song, Puff the Magic Dragon. They got 1,000 pages of Puff the Magic Dragon songs. Like, what the fuck? It's like everybody knows that freaking every 12,000 years, the bad people plan on doing bad shit, and fucking Puff wakes up and freaking does it all. Because thou shalt not kill. He licks up all the humans, chews them up a little bit, and only the freaking adults get chewed, and freaking whiffles them out on fire, and the kids get swallowed and freaking pooped out in resin freaking coffins, look like freaking Egyptian, totally freaking safe. They don't open, nobody can get to them, and for 70 to 270 years, and they go in the underground freaking cities, freaking, if you heard about our underground cities, freaking in USA, you can get on a magnetic freaking train and freaking under there, Niagara Falls, and drive to LA. Magnetic, no, nothing rough at all, not freaking hitting the ground or hovering 1,000 miles per hour. I'm like, fucking fuck that shit. That give me fucking car sick thinking about it. I don't ever want to be under there. So, but since I don't want to be under there, we fucking had fucking truckloads of freaking bed bugs going over there. So we freaking got bed bugs going over there. So we're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have. Yeah. So we just want the underground city. We can fucking fill it with like foam and fucking teleport it out of there if we're all thinking on the same page. Like seriously. But we all have to be freaking trained how to do it. So basically, how do you train someone how to do it? Is you freaking your tailbone, to reach enlightenment, you can freaking jumpstart your tailbone instead of freaking doing all the meditation like you're supposed to do. You can they do it. They slit our freaking, they have to freaking jumpstart us. So we go first, and all of a sudden, when they do it to us, we're like freaking 19 again, freaking zinging, freaking and so basically everybody's gonna get electrocuted, and then basically, and some people it doesn't work. Some people fucking just puff up and turn swollen, like the skin turns into a hot air balloon, like seriously, and they just fly away. And I guess they're not freaking. They fly away and they go up to the firmament, and so they're gonna have to go up to the firmament and freaking do snow angels. Chanting Matt Williams, Matt Williams, Matt Williams, Matt. And then basically we're gonna get thousands and thousands of people up there. And then freaking eventually Superman, which is the Black Jesus. And if you Google freaking Pablo Escobar freaking arrest photos, the 33-year-old Jesus, they'll finally fly over and be like, that happens every 12,000 years. Man, listen, just got freaking, they hired us to come get you off the firmament. We're moonlighting because we got robbed. We're in the Ice Caves of Antarctica, and freaking, do you know where we can get any green crystal meth kryptonite? So basically, so that, so we're gonna have you freaking tell freaking Superman that he should not freaking do the green kryptonite. It's got fentanyl in it, and freaking he'll fucking yell back quick, dude. Don't fucking tell me what to do. You're fucking, you do fucking shit. I'm Superman. I'm not freaking. And then basically, he'll start waking up, and basically he'll tell you not to fucking call him that. If you try to call him Yahweh or Yahman or freaking Yeshua or whatever, he'll tell you not to call him that. He doesn't want to start freaking hearing his name. He says the reason why we changed all the names in the Bible is so that they could be charged in the Lord of the Jungle and freaking boom, sell us freaking $250 kilos of freaking paper, $250 a kilo of paper for the last 13 generations. And if you Google cocaine on mummies, the paper scrolls have been there, and fucking boom. And so basically, and then they found out that we charged $40,000 a kilo, and freaking. And then they find out that Ethiopia fucking is freaking exploited by the U.S. because they never freaking went with the freaking Rothschild Rockefeller banking thing. Then freaking boom, it's freaking the only gay freaking priests allowed in the freaking Vatican, because why? They freaking wear freaking ninja outfits, look like nuns once in a while, because there used to be one of them at all times would be freaking at the Vatican, just to make sure no freaking perverts, because our daughters are there running shit, and descendants of freaking them. And if they're there and all of a sudden freaking bad thoughts are in there and they freaking hear them, they're like, dude, well, I'm freaking paid to be CIA, and the CIA are allowed to do espionage and allowed to lie, and then boom, they'll freaking accidentally kill somebody, and then teleport us, Sicarios, there, and freaking be like, us have to freaking wish that freaking Yeshua didn't accidentally freaking do that, and basically, um, and freaking ask the freaking person that's dying not to fucking do that again. And so basically, if not, yeah, so it's fucking weird shit, dude. We're always freaking teleporting around, and basically, so we hired freaking Yeshua and Yahweh so long to be Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, but basically with Jane, Tarzan and Jane, and basically it's Mary Magdalene. So basically, Mary Magdalene is freaking Yeshua, Yahweh's wife, and freaking and the Pope changed it. So basically, Dr. Johnson, basically, you need to call my mom and talk to my mom for me, and tell my mom, dude, if freaking Yeshua, Yahweh, is freaking black, and freaking the Pope and has 13 apostles, and one of them divine feminine, Mary Magdalene, and the Pope changed it to her as a prostitute, and freaking 12 apostles, and then freaking the Pope's son as a picture for freaking Jesus, and then basically King James is gay, killed his mom, wrote demonologies, casting spell books, and freaking before he changed the Bible with 4 words, Lord, God, Amen, and Jesus, and freaking worshiping Jesus and the blood of Christ and drinking the body of Christ and the blood of Jesus after beating like the Passion of the Christ is just what fucking the people do to little kids and freaking for the loosh, and that's freaking a satanic ritual, meaning the Christian freaking religion is the worst fucking religion on the planet because we do the most genocide. Better be on our side, but the Catholic Church did fake Yeshua's death, and we do freaking do a lot of fake deaths and shit. So basically, so so I'm freaking, but I don't like the Christian language, Christian thing at all. I'd much rather freaking, if blow up the infidel and freaking, it is what it is. We have a lawsuit against ISIS because we can smoke more ice than ISIS. We're from Polk County. Polk County is the meth capital of the world. So basically, so anyways, so yeah, you need to freaking tell my mom, talk to my mom, tell my mom that freaking, she asked me if I took something. I'm never freaking too high. I do a $5 bump a day. I freaking, basically, what they're doing to me is so freaking bad. I need you to freaking look at my presentation. I need you to freaking read all these freaking papers. I mean, it explains it all, dude. It basically, Nikita Surf, that's Tupac. He's still alive. That's my daughter. She's with Peter, and Peter thinks she's Tupac, and that's Peter with Dr. Dre and Jamie Foxx. I lied to her. Peter's actually O.J. Simpson's son. And so basically, they're separated. So basically, so undercover, black market, this is the one I named, black market nukes. We freaking buy all the nukes off the black market. They call us. We buy enriched uranium at the freaking highest freaking price. So basically, so yeah, the freaking so anyways, everybody's gonna start getting drugs in the mail and going to jail. So basically, I need you to freaking tell my freaking judge that the order's already gone out. I've gave permission to fucking drain the swamp. I don't know. I don't trust her. My freaking judge is freaking doesn't know what the case is. The judge owns the fucking jails. The jail's on a KKK mass grave. They've done illegal shit to me. My people bought the fucking mental hospital after they changed ownerships. I had an Italian fucking doctor twice, and he goes, I first get there, he goes, oh, you've been doing meth, huh? He goes, well, you got congestive heart failure for sure. Fucking as soon as you get out of here, you gotta fucking go straight to making me, so I had to worry for fucking, oh my God, and then basically I get back to home and they're like, you don't have congestive heart failure at all. He was fucking kidding. So my people bought the fucking mental hospital to make sure I was safe at the mental hospital, I think, but I'm not sure. So basically, I'm safe wherever I go. I was in jail. I had a great time, dude. It was fucking such a bad experience. so fucking sad and freaking so hopeless feeling. And basically, but Motion 1986, false imprisonment, pays freaking $6,000 a day, false imprisonment. So basically, I'm getting that shit for sure because they can't freaking get a conviction. I didn't commit a crime, so I want to give to my friends and fakes and enemies what my family gave to me, false imprisonment for the same time, and fucking boom, I'll give them canteen and read and get them the real Bible, and so basically, and so I think everybody should be freaking arrested and go to jail for getting drugs in the mail, and then basically, so that's why freaking El Mencho, that's why they freaking dead. So basically, they freaking Trump wanted freaking El Mencho, and freaking basically so around that, so they're they can't send them from freaking post offices inside the United States because basically they record the earth, like if you freaking leave the post office and you know what time, they really record USA with all the SpaceX because all the bad people are here because they're planning on going inside under the underground cities from DC to fucking boom, LA, and that's why we got special freaking bed bugs. My people made them. They're bigger. They freaking reproduce faster. They don't die. They're scary, and they're cloned with red ant and freaking scorpion. So they can freaking just suck your blood if you freaking let them. You piss them off. You piss them off, and freaking you piss them off, and freaking they freaking will you piss them off, and they're freaking hit you with a hand bite. You freaking really piss them off, and they'll freaking they're three freaking things, basically. So, anyways, Dr. Johnson, you freaking upset me the most because you freaking all I asked you to do. I just wanted to prove to you. I mean, if you Google Pablo Escobar articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper, the only paper on the planet that has no articles, freaking, that proves that freaking if they had an island to fly planes to Florida in the 70s and 80s, top secretly for the Republican Party because the Democrats had the tax rate up to 68% after Vietnam, and freaking boom. Well, 68%, that's weird because freaking Angela Freeland got shot 68 times in 2006. And then freaking 11 years later, in our freaking riot in Q-Dorm, somebody got stabbed supposedly 68 times in a freaking riot. And then freaking basically, that's kind of weird because I was supposed to get my Series 66 and Series 7 in 2005, but I failed it. The SEC lied. SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, said I got a 68%. Someone told them to do that because they knew they were going to freaking have Angela Freeland get shot 68 times. And freaking 11 years later, somebody get freaking stabbed 68 times. But the person that got stabbed 68 times in freaking the Max dorm, we had a fake riot. And we had to get over to Max, and so nobody would be in there. 68 people got shot once with a freaking knife drone called a Ninja. 68 freaking wannabe assassins that came looking for me all at the same time. Freaking to get rid of and then it all just ended up in the jail. So my sister was influenced to freaking put me in jail for aggravated stalking by a friend that has a brother that's a sheriff and a friend that has a sister that's a sheriff. They sold me out and freaking, and they know they did. And they freaking, and I told them to. And freaking, a long time ago. Because basically me and him had a deal that I wouldn't hook up with his sister and he wouldn't hook up with mine. So basically all the people that freaking were super loyal to my parents, and fucking boom, but basically people conspired to steal my dad's secret book of business. $100 million, 10 million, like 100 freaking people or for, but they all conspired, like stand together freaking, against any, like freaking, he ignored the whole thing like they never heard it. Like I'm talking like, and I'm not sure if this is real or not, but it is, because all spies at the end times always freaking find out what people are gonna freaking, you know, if the lawyer took my dad to the freaking to take me off the trust, well, that's fine. My dad's freaking, I've always told my mom that I don't have any money that the Fed fucks can take away. But basically, that's why freaking it's, all their friends' kids are gonna fucking get drugs in the mail and go to jail. And freaking, I'm gonna call Crime Stoppers myself and fucking boom, because everybody's eating ecstasy like freaking M&Ms. So basically, I'm gonna be making pill presses like freaking, you know, um, yeah, I've been making pill presses for all my freaking like, if your name's Nick and your initials on it, and freaking everybody's gonna have their own little freaking pills, and basically and they're gonna freaking be with freaking all different chemicals in it. It doesn't even have to be but this is the coolest thing. So Dr. Johnson, yeah. So basically, you have to do this. You freaking because this is a fiction thing. This is a fiction thing. Like you freaking really, like you really wouldn't freaking make a fake Facebook profile after we came down 3 times, so I can prove to you. Like I couldn't prove to you before. Like I couldn't explain it. Like what I mean. Like there's a guy with I thought the guy with the freaking tattoo, I made that the video on Facebook when I said not nice things about MS-13, and I just leave it on there because the tattoo of the guy with the picture with Pablo and Manuela and Maria Escobar, Pablo Escobar, Sweet 13, MS-13, Manuel Escobar, supposed to be my Sweet 13, and Maria Lopez Guadalupe Escobar La Catrina. That's why I thought he was freaking MS-13. And I got so scared because when you first freaking, you think that your enemies are your friends and shit. And so basically, that's why I have a video that's freaking, a really cool video. MS-13 is super cool, dude. They're El Salvador. So you seen that jail in El Salvador? They don't have beds. All those criminals, they cleaned up El Salvador so much because they were Barrio 18 and him and his gang against MS-13 were killing each other for territory and stuff. Anyways, they all end up in that jail. That jail is building a big tunnel to the United States. Freaking and Trump freaking didn't like that one kid and sent him to freaking El Salvador. That's his son. Trump got his nut taken to freaking make babies with all the freaking ethnicities to prove that he's not racist. So basically, because everybody, you're not racist until freaking, you found out that freaking Ivanka freaking was giving her freaking ovary eggs freaking, to make babies with freaking El Salvador freaking MS-13 freaking kids and freaking, because girls have freaking 24 kids per month. And then basically, so that's what we've been doing. We're in a eugenics spy program. So Trump's in it. So basically, so it's a good thing I haven't been with Trump yet. That's my friend Brian Elord. He's freaking a 5-star chef compared to Walter White. He was trying to freaking copy the Quaaludes that we stole from my parents. By the way they made us feel, and by trying different things. And he accidentally invented the roofie, and he finally started getting laid. Anyway, so basically, so you're gonna help me or what, man, Dr. Johnson? Because basically, nobody else fucking would. You gotta talk to my mom too. I mean, if my friend Bo right here, oh yeah, on this one, Dr. Johnson. So yeah, so basically, my cougar Nana. So that's amen. My cougar Nana. So basically, special forces. So let's freaking go to this thing. So all these freaking proof of everything, all these pictures, like, I showed you this one, right? Carlos Letter, DEA in the 90s, cocaine cowboy, politician now. I have all these pictures on my Facebook. Really good. You should freaking print them all out. Give one of these to your friends because no matter what, they're rolling out the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast. You heard of it, right? It's the mark of the best. If you have 143 pictures and I sign one of them, you guys can just use my number, mark of the best. Because basically, you're not going to be able to buy anything, sell anything. or freaking anything when they go digital currency. And they're doing digital currency because freaking somebody told the Treasury about the cocoa, about the $40,000 a kilo of, and basically, and then people are like, that's why we fucking exploit everybody to keep freaking the dollar so high so we can freaking get $40,000 a fucking kilo of freaking cocaine. And then basically then somebody said, cocaine doesn't even get you high. They spray a chemical on it that only lasts fucking 10 minutes. And basically, and that's freaking their cocaine, not freaking ours. Basically, with the real cocaine, I would never do cocaine without meth. And freaking boom, because then you have to, only last 10 minutes. Basically, we, so did I tell you, every building after 1968 was comes with freaking demolition already in the building. You have cocaine rats chew through the walls and freaking chew through freaking and run the wires. After 1968. I'm in a spy program because the Democrats had the income tax up to 68% after Vietnam. 2005, freaking the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, lied and said I got a 68% on the Series 66, but I took the Series 7 first, and then 68% on the Series 7, and freaking I had to wait 30 days on 90 days on each, or 3 months and retake, and then by February 2006, I freaking had my Series 766, and my Russian fiance came in, Anna Patina, and so basically, so Dr. Johnson contacted, basically, if you're gonna help me, because nobody else is helping me do shit. This right here proves that if you Google Pablo Escobar articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper or Carlos Letter, there's none. And if you Google freaking Pablo Escobar articles in Lakeland Ledger, there's none. My first psychosis. No, so yeah, this is it, man. So basically, the Wall Street cartel, the beast system, freaking boom. Now the Pope freaking let Russia deliver freaking military hardware to Italy. We own Italy. The fall of the Soviet Union was done to get the missiles out of Ukraine for the war now, and freaking basically, they're freaking in deep Amazon and deep Alaska. If anything happens to freaking, like, I demand fucking being protected. Like, I'm being circled by freaking semi-trucks and freaking drones and shit at night. Basically, I make so much money for the fucking government. I don't freaking touch the money. I just have licenses. I just have the licenses, and I don't even know what I do. But the last 7 years, I've just been in Polk County, just getting memories back. That's my dad's friend, Tom Bluebell. He freaking died of mesothelioma, 2005, and that's my dad. 20 days after we faked Pablo Escobar's death, for sure. We fucking did it. So my dad, Pablo Escobar, 16-year-old pilot, just smuggles weed to Oklahoma, and basically, and if you YouTube Lenny Denny's rap song and Lenny Denny's commercials, little old ladies accidentally called Danny Lenny's. And then if you YouTube Lenny, or Google Lenny, Pablo Escobar, 16-year-old pilot, it's a 4-paragraph this story about me in Oklahoma. But this is like 84, 85, 86, 87. My girlfriend, Angie Kimmerson, was freaking sent to freaking Polk County. Her sister was sent to Sebring to be a nurse, and freaking has a daughter named Katrina. And her sister doesn't like me because I don't remember hooking up with her, but I got her pregnant and freaking like Katrina because freaking boom. Then boom, freaking, because the names were already planned. So we got freaking kids. We got hook up with girls and then we don't even remember and have kids with them. So that's what happened. That's why she didn't like me. I didn't know why her sister never liked me. And then me and her sister's daughter was like, we were like best friends, like playing all the time. And Katrina, and then basically, and she's mine. And I didn't know it. Just like freaking. And then basically, he's mine. Drug lord El Mayo's son, Vincent. He was CO, correction officer, in my jail in freaking 2017, and would never look at me. And I was trying to look at him because he used to look familiar. I was getting news articles. That's why he looks familiar. I get news articles the Prince of Sinaloa. If you Google drug lord Vincent, that's him. I took that picture, and then that's me. Basically, and when I first had my first psychosis, freaking Brian Moore, married a Peruvian, cut the head off one of the freaking Carlos letters, posted that picture and said, Danny, I found a picture of you and freaking Pablo. But I didn't even think to look who it was, and he's not even on the internet anymore. So anyways, there's secret negotiations to start a new, this is 2006 or 8 or 2000, secret negotiations to start a new cartel, Savage Cartel, freaking Hawaii. And then Chaz Wayne Haynes, my dad, my friend, my little brother, is calling my dad. He lives in Hawaii. Calling my dad, going, "What happened to Denny? What happened to Denny? He's did the same thing he did last time. He knows all the drug dealers. His freaking jewelry booth is a drug dealer booth." And freaking, it was just freaking, and I thought he was freaking full of shit. Basically, I thought he was full of Chinese General Chang, CJNG. And Hong Kong Triads faked Bruce Lee's death in '73. Bruce Lee's freaking partners with Bob Esquire. Freaking, so my kids have kids with his kids. So these are NATO cartel journalists, the new generation cartel. They're coming over. The freaking Trump's moving everybody to freaking, but they plan on flooding us. So basically, Chinese General Chang. And so my Colombian ex-wife, she went to, and that's El Chapo's son. If you Google El Chapo's kids, they're all Italian looking. Freaking Juan Figueroa, his family was stealing one speedboat a year. The cocaine for Cocaine Bear, the movie, and the cocaine we had at Riverside Military Academy was stolen speedboat. Their family was stealing one speedboat a year, $1 billion. We stole 8 speedboats and gave it to the FBI. And then the FBI snitched and told my parents that I had to be mind controlled. I was risking freaking getting killed or whatever. And basically, and so that's about it, Dr. Johnson. I hope you freaking enjoy the presentation. There's no way you can't freaking think that. So I'm still a licensed broker dealer. I've been cartelling the cartel. I'm still a spy. I need freaking, see all the freaking little aliens in this shit? This is just trees. So I'm usually just, and that was me in Hawaii doing surf lessons. I had all the boards. That was me freaking there. So usually I just go to raves, party, and have fun. Never talking about spy stuff. And then my mom freaking, so basically, so I finally made, this is the video that freaking, so basically, I'm making, I got freaking 4 complaints about the lawyers, 2 complaints about the judges, 2 complaints about the freaking prosecutors, 8 complaints, 3 different government kind of people. Divided by 3 is 2.666666667. Well, that's cool. Fucking, anyways, because 6, 7, 6, 6, and 7 is the licenses that you need. You have to get your Series 66, very hard licenses to get. And mine went on my fake name, fake socials. And I didn't even know that. Look at this. And then basically, Matt Williams got shot freaking 9 times because he became a sheriff in 1990. His dog Diogi got shot twice. He became a sheriff in 1992. His freaking partner shot himself once in the leg. He became a sheriff in 1993. Also 1993, Pablo Escobar faked his death. Also 1993. Boom! There's an explosion at the Twin Towers. Tower 2. Pablo Escobar became security guard, Tower 2. Also 1993. Hong Kong Triads introduced ICE to Hawaii because they still wanted their drug money and they weren't going to have cocaine for a while. Also, and then basically, so yeah, and then 13 years later, 2006, Matt Williams faked his death, and then boom, that was 668s, I had 68% on my freaking Series 7 and 66 in 2006 and 2005 because the SEC lied. 2006, freaking Angela Freeland got shot 68 times. Why 68 times? Because if you reverse it, it's 86 in the restaurants. They say 86 this, 86 that. That freaking FBI directors in freaking prison or jail for saying 86 Trump. Now freaking 11 years later, Angela Freeland got freaking 68 people got, I was just making that up. 68 people got shot once in freaking Max. No, I think so. They say someone got shot 68 times, or stabbed 68 times. That's Riverside D Company. So 2 freaking weeks before I went to military school, Carlos, he went to my freaking military school, Pablo's brother, and then Zarzaka was freaking there. I made a video that Hezbollah coca leaf farmers just got to Iran in 1974. ACDC jailbreak, a CIA operative at a prison in Iran, and demon aliens can't detect the radiation from the tactical suitcase pukes because they're encased in black ceramic NASA special tile. So basically, so anyways, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna freaking take pictures of these. I'm going to take pictures of the freaking assessment and screenshot it and then add it to this video because I want you to just read it. I want everybody to screenshot it and read it. I don't want to freaking go down here and it's just ridiculous. This book proves the whole thing's wrong. Everything she says I'm so delusional about, you just have to Google. The thing that makes it fraud is if she made a mistake because she's from Canada, well then, I emailed her all the research proof. And if she would have looked at the emails, she would have known that I'm a spy. It's important for me to be with my people. I need to wake them up. If she would have listened, but she's fucking so ignorant and so fucking, she was, I think she's afraid to fucking not do what they tell her. I think the judge has to fucking be doing illegal shit to me. I think the fucking people really running Polk County want me to fucking back in a mental hospital. I think they're waiting for my mom to freaking die. So, get me in a mental hospital. Telling me I freaking need to be on medicine. And since Lavelle was concerned that I wasn't taking it. Dude, I'm not fucking, the fucking doctor at the mental hospital listened to me for freaking 45 minutes. And then jumped up and said, I get it, you're not crazy at all, but you tell me this, why would you ever want to hang out with your mom and sister ever again? No medication. They said it's bad for you. It freaking, your third eye. And basically, it's just pathetic. It's like, I freaking was living it up, under mind control, not remembering shit, but fucking living it up because my subconscious knows that freaking, we're going to fake Bob Westmore's death and freaking missing $500 billion. And we're going to have jets, bombs on timers, freaking, and basically, so we thought we were going to freaking have World War III and turn people into zombies and freaking have a powwow and have fun with it. But I've been talking about shit too much that they freaking know if freaking they don't freaking make the first move big time, like and freaking wipe us all out, they're going to lose, dude. So that's why I'm saying on here, I'm not killing anybody. Freaking, we're not putting people in mass grave. We're just going to fucking boom. We just, everybody, we're just going to capture people, turn people into zombies, and freaking make people, enslave labor people, like make them look for diamonds in South Africa, because diamonds are a girl's best friend. But we're going to freaking not be ridiculing people like, oh, you're sick, you fucking eat little kids and have sex with little kids. No, they're not going to even, basically, with those people get brain surgeries, they won't remember that shit ever again. Basically, there's a part of your brain that freaking craves addiction, craves fucking sweets, craves freaking cracks. Will take that, your mind control. You don't. So basically, we're getting rid of all those people. We're here to stop the fucking grossest fucking crime. 400,000 little kids go missing every year in USA. Do they really freaking find them and free them and freaking really freaking, and they just don't tell anybody? Because our satellites can freaking reverse the tape. Like, you can go wherever someone, so basically, everybody's so afraid because if you tell people that, oh, I got a connection, you can come and look at our satellites, they'll kill everybody and be like, make sure no one ever says that again. Because the people running the Air Force and shit and making us go to freaking Israel and all that, you know, we know who's ruling the world, but not really who's really ruling the world. Like there were reptilians and shit. Like my friend that I said is my friend. I didn't. Amen. I don't know if I've ever seen Amen. But they freaking they don't let us see them, because basically, if us humans got on the same page and all, we're divine humans, descendants of freaking both Jesus's, freaking descendants of freaking, the creator of the universe, and then freaking, fallen angels. So basically, yeah, So I gotta make a joke about you, Dr. Johnson. I'm gonna fucking tell everybody, dude. I gotta make a joke about you because you fucking dick me over the most. You freaking boom. You freaking. And then I'm gonna make a joke about. No, I'm not gonna do it, dude. Well, dude, I'll do it if you don't fucking help me. Basically, Dr. Johnson, you gotta freaking call my mom and talk to my mom and say, look, the fucking assessment, once you read the assessment, what my mom said and shit, and how they conspired to fucking get me to a mental hospital, it's gross, dude. And freaking, what basically, it's freaking, and all these lies, all the things she said I was so delusional, all you have to do is Google each thing and proves her wrong. Totally wrong. And then basically, the freaking police report says that I said I planted bombs in Lakeland. I'm not going to turn them off. I'm going to make an example out of Lakeland. So you need to freaking analyze this shit and realize that freaking I should have never been arrested. Should have never gone to a mental hospital. And then fucking, tell her the truth. We're allowed to fucking prospect to fucking people to get them to start fucking doing drugs and buying drugs. That's what we do. But basically, let her know that freaking all her friends' kids and freaking their friends, we're talking 13,333 people a day are going to be getting arrested pretty soon. It's already set in motion. We're going to be making money on the people in jail. We're going to be making money on the Crime Stoppers thing. If we're going to freaking be making a movie on this shit, people are going to be getting delivered Donald Trump ecstasy, and they're going to fucking have to decide, that all of a sudden the DEA guy will put a freaking priest's outfit on and be like the body of Trump and put the Trump ecstasy on people's tongues. And then basically, then go to the Trump haters. All the Trump haters that say nasty things about Trump are getting fucking Donald Trump ecstasy in the mail. And freaking all the freaking Obama haters that fucking say nasty things about Obama, they're getting the Mr. Potato Head ecstasy that says BO on it. And then people are like, and then we're gonna try to get it on the news and basically get a hold of Trump, and then let everybody know what's up, because I gotta get on the news. So anyways, and basically, my judge lied to me. She wanted me to get and I want you to talk to her, Dr. Johnson. She wanted me to get another assessment because I freaking told her twice in freaking court that Matt Williams got killed by his partner, not Angela Freeland. Everybody thinks it. Everybody knows it. Everybody's heard it. And Brian Williams, in the lawsuit, would be huge for the Freeland family and the Williams family. So covering up a sheriff getting murdered by a sheriff is embezzlement. It's stealing from the families that would fucking get hundreds of millions of dollars and fucking boom. And so Polk County, I'll pay the lawsuit. I'm going to fucking represent the Williams family and the Freeland family. Fucking boom, get the fucking money. And then boom, all of a sudden, freaking Matt Williams shows back up. And he'll say he was hiding because he thought that freaking he was cloned, Jason Gaines cloned, and that we were going to crucify him because we have to freaking crucify somebody so we can freaking all go to heaven. Because I think that's just the plan, dude. So anyways, so basically something like that. So this is all fiction. Everybody, this is all fiction. Freaking, I just don't want to fucking
end up putting you in a hot air balloon and freaking you flying up to the freaking firmament and freaking painting snow angels up there forever and freaking chanting Matt Williams, especially if he's really dead. I really don't know, but I do know, of course, he's alive. But he doesn't know he's Matt Williams. So basically, it's sad. Now, his brother, Brian Williams, I talked to him once. His friends won't even fucking get Brian Williams for me. Like, they think he's going to kill me. So I might have freaking had my memories erased because I freaking, like, if I, freaking, if they really, he's married to La Katrina. And if they really captured him and she married him and erased his memories, I would have had to approve it. I'm El Mencho. I'm El Chapo. I karate chopped a dog when I was freaking 8 years old and yelled Hong Kong Fooey, karate chopped the dog. That's why fucking, I got the top secret name El Chapo, short, and I didn't know it meant short and fat. Then they fucking were making fun of me. Then I told my freaking ninja name and freaking it meant short and fat. Then I started eating and puking, and got bulimia. And if you Google 1982 Space Mountain, Disney World, that's me, dude, with bulimia. And that's where we used to sell kilos of cocaine. If you go in that spot where Pablo Escobar was and hold up fucking your money, 30,000, they bring you a kilo in a backpack. Right there in Space Mountain. And fucking Club Space. And basically, and I just make shit up. I made that up. I don't know. But I made it up a long time ago. And I'm like, holy shit, it is true. But fucking boom. They freaking 2 weeks before I went to military school, I got a phone call and they said, don't tell anybody if your mom finds out. If your mom finds out, you'll ruin your opportunity. Reading the encyclopedia about the CIA and the FBI. And freaking don't bring any pot or freaking explosives to school. You're going to have an interview right when your parents drop you off. Adis, the company commander, said, I said, if you got any pot, give it to me. They want to, And I said, no. And I told them that freaking what they said. And for the first 3 weeks, I was gone. I was in Carlos Letter Island, hooking up with hot chicks, getting some of them pregnant from sex. But there were so many fucking girls that went to the all-girls school to meet me and freaking to see if freaking we liked each other, because they were gonna have freaking my kids and then marry one of my kids. And they were like politician daughters and shit. Like, and my friend had a handful of friends there too. And so basically, yeah. And so basically, my friend John Blazer remembers freaking Carlos Letter Island. So there's more to it. And so it follows, yeah. The Rogue Wave hit Daytona, 1992. Followed the Soviet Union, 84 missing Sergei nukes, it was 84,000. And freaking Elon Musk says they've been drilling down the tectonic plates, doing dangerous experiments. Now we're putting nukes underneath the aquifers around the whole world, even beyond the ice wall. And freaking getting rid of this place. We're getting rid of this place so everybody has to help us leave. We're like, we're going to have to announce there's no way anybody can get fucking reincarnated here. It's overblown. And really, dude, we have the technology to take freaking the layers of freaking the earth that's been, like, we can take the freaking whole places to Mars's Earth. We're not on freaking Earth. So anyways, I'm freaking going, dude. I'm freaking, so yeah, man. I feel good about this. I was freaking high today. I freaking got an argument with my mom. This is my last time getting high. And freaking I had COVID. Meth gets rid of COVID. I don't know if I showed you this yet. Meth gets rid of COVID. I freaking look at this, Dr. Johnson. So yeah, Dr. Johnson, basically, So that thing was on my neck. My camera it was like a snake. I was almost dead from COVID. Look at the spike coming up, man. So, COVID-19, the day they said St. Corona, $1 million crash in the stock market. I mean, $1 trillion crash in the stock market. So basically, the news said when Corona first hit, the news said St. Corona. No, the news said COVID-19. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm phasing out. The news said COVID-19. The day they changed it, said St. Corona. Yeah, the news said COVID-19. The day they said St. Corona, the next day, diseases and plagues, $1 trillion crash in the stock market. Those are my people. Freaking the bankers, freaking for the illicit funds, the secret bankers, freaking boom. We're the seaman. We're the seamen. The seamen, like freaking Aquaman, but freaking the sea is the SEC. So basically, and then this is what's up. This is also, so freaking Pablo Escobar freaking picked out all the freaking, the people that were going to freaking be financial advisor, the, sons being a freaking spy program after Vietnam, because the Democrats had the tax rate up to Vietnam, 68. This is a real leaked document proving that freaking government made COVID in the while Obama was president. But COVID-19, and it is COVID-19, COVID-EO 1969, is the 50th anniversary that we did not land on the moon. It was like a plan. So basically, yeah. And so, that's a real leaked document. So basically, yeah, Johnson, so, basically, the hurricanes, the boat's I'm gonna put the boat on before this. This is fucking ended up a little longer than I expected. So I'm gonna put the boat that freaking makes all the hurricanes on this, and then basically I'm calling you tomorrow. That's the freaking M in our hands. And then basically, I don't know where the freaking this came from. There's my friend Gina's daughter. I think my friend's Gina's daughter, it looks just like a girlfriend of mine. It looks like this girl named Christina has a daughter that looks exactly like that. And basically I'm like, it's freaking crazy, dude. So basically, I think the freaking, one of them had a freaking, Christina had freaking octuplets, and we borrowed her birth canal. Because Putin couldn't freaking tell his wife he was having octuplets, because basically, the demons in our semen get split ovary eggs into 8 sets of balls or 8 sets of freaking ovaries. 16 candles every freaking month. So yeah, man, so that's where all the drug money goes. So we make a lot of money working with the Wall Street cartel. But look, we're Majestic 12 and weapons development program, human DNA, make nuclear bomb, the X and the Y chromosome. So our kids clone themselves for freaking nuclear bombs and nuclear submarines. And so basically, it's methed up. Just imagine if it's freaking real. Freaking, So yeah, so basically, it's definitely real. So basically, and they went to China. So they won't get busted fucking shipping stuff, because they're going to be shipping freaking we're shutting down the jails. Freaking, but I think they're going to, this country has it's so bad, dude. Keeping people divided and freaking exploiting, keeping people rich and shit. So basically, if we make it, so whoever listens, we're forgiving everybody. We're getting people out of prison. Doesn't matter what you did. You just fucking stop being bad and be nice, and fucking all on the same page. So you gotta freaking add me on freaking you gotta make a profile on Facebook. We're gonna be there's 3 types of people. People on submarines going to Mars or the outer continents beyond the ice wall, or the Democrats inside the underground cities, for the next 70 to 200 years, or you're outside and you get fucking nuked with all the animals, people, and aliens, the aliens that are here, the aliens that are on the way ever since they found out where the nuclear humans are when we blew up Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They've been flying here ever since, and they're freaking aliens, and they've been smoking crack or whatever the whole way, and they're so addicted to freaking drugs, they'll never ever freaking disobey us. Plus, yeah, they won't just. Plus, they want to freaking. They don't want us to freaking make this place disintegrate. They don't want us to collapse the universe. They think that we go to heaven. We don't have a heaven. It's a universe. We freaking all have to freaking. There's no freaking heaven. There's freaking. There's purgatory, and that's freaking Polk County. All right, Dr. Johnson, I'm gone. Thanks for listening. I'm calling you tomorrow. Sorry I freaking got mad at you. Sorry I was gonna freaking, say a stupid joke, dude. But fucking, I'm not. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't, because I wanted to fucking say a joke. Freaking, I'll tell you. So basically, Judge Anna Maria, freaking, they got the two videos that fucking aren't illegal. They got two videos that aren't illegal, that were not available for Rusty to look at. They changed the charge because the videos weren't illegal. But after that, they bought a $65 million AI machine and an AI freaking studio stuff for Polk County. And they freaking had to get another video that they wanted to alter and make it so gross and put it on in front of one of my other videos and then play it. They played it for me on the bond hearing. Like, the freaking prosecutor was freaking letting me know they had another video. So disgusting. And freaking, something about me raping my freaking mom and my sister. I couldn't even listen to it. And I would never, ever talk like that shit. Freaking never. I've never freaking had to get a girl drunk to freaking get laid. And never freaking, I freaking had a car girls freaking that were having their moms fly them out to freaking see me after I've caught one of them, 16 years old. I met her on the beach, hung out with her, saved her from her friends. Her mom was so thankful. Then she came back 6 months later, freaking 16 years old, and her mom put her on a plane to come see me, and I'm like 24. And then freaking, I've been I'm raped by freaking my, molested by my freaking babysitters that were freaking hot, freaking trained by my secretary at Merrill Lynch that freaking my dad met at the dollhouse, and freaking dragged her freaking down the hall and freaking put her in the snorting cocaine off her titties when I'm supposed to be looking for microfilm, and freaking dragged her down the freaking hallway and in the office supply room, and freaking where I got my porn star name, Minuteman, freaking 28 times in 1 week. Statutory rape. I was 13. I told her I was 14. Freaking, she trained me. She trained me to get freaking Pablo Escobar's freaking wife pregnant. Manuel Escobar is my daughter. And freaking, but it's just, it basically, because I don't ever remember hooking up with freaking that girl. But no way, dude. I freaking, no way. But I let her think that we were going to get married because I didn't want her freaking marrying the freaking Sicario that freaking made my Missouri girlfriend come out to Missouri and freaking meet me, basically. And, I'm not going to say his name and shit. So basically, so I don't want her to freaking, so I had to, just like my friend Gypsy Nirvana. Look up Gypsy Nirvana on Facebook. Basically, I saw her in 7-Eleven and I fell in love with her right away, looking at her going, where do I know her from? But basically, I was like, holy shit. And then she told me she was married to a woman. And so I didn't tell her that fucking I knew she was my daughter. I just wanted her to like me and get her to divorce her daughter and then freaking be her friend. I needed a friend. She needed a friend. And I knew if once I told her she was my daughter, she would never hang out with me again. And how would I know for sure? because I knew that I was in love with a girl that just looked exactly like her with no tattoos, and hooked up with her and got her and her mom was a madam. And so basically, so yeah, so yeah, so basically the victim video of me saying nasty stuff. Anyways, if that, and they can't play that video because that video wasn't one of the videos that I got arrested for, but they let me know. Like, part of me is like, the judge told the prosecutor that as soon as competent, they need to hurry up and get rid of the case. And I'm like, what if they just took me to trial and rigged the whole thing and said guilty and gave me 15 years of prison for a fucking selfie video that didn't even get kicked off? And I'm like, that's why I have bombs on fucking timers. That's why I freaking boom. You know, that's why I freaking got missiles from that's why freaking the fall of the Soviet Union was done to get the missiles out of Ukraine for the war now. So, basically, we got to get out of here. And then nuclear shit is splitting the atom, not atom. So I made a freaking crystal-like human, and freaking, I told you, right? And freaking my dad's Adam Bomb. My mom's Eve. My sister's Candy Cane. I'm able to do whatever I want instead of fucking not in Polk County. And so basically, yeah. So, but my friend Eric named me ludicrously crude, rude dude, LCRD, and freaking boom, Danny, freaking boom. So anyways, and yeah, I had to play a few videos, so it freaking ended up a little longer. But basically, Dr. Johnson, I hope you freaking watch it at least 15 minutes, and freaking boom, I'll pay you. I'll pay you once you freaking get tell my freaking judge that basically, you know, everyone's friends' kids that they've ever met, and their friends, because basically we're gonna get black people out of jail and put the white people in jail. And so I'm gonna be their lawyers. They're gonna have to fucking tell me that they didn't do it, and I know for sure that my freaking friend of spies did. And it basically, you know, and of course I freaking wanted them to. Of course it's my idea, basically. So I freaking make ideas and I put them, and it's already set in motion. We make all these ideas with each other, but then basically they're ready to go now. The thing is I made the idea and freaking it was cool thinking about it and freaking, but it's fucking bad because, you know, all of a sudden, you know, a bunch of kids are getting arrested and gone, and maybe some of them didn't order me. What it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be like only the freaking kids that were cool. Like they got prospected and they got sent a free freaking wallet and freaking a couple hits of X because they were fucking wannabe drug dealers anyway. And then, you know, drug dealers that sell fucking Donald Trump ecstasy and freaking cocaine don't get arrested, and they have apartments and they freaking have nice cars and don't get busted. People that sell meth and fentanyl are freaking walking, don't have cars. Once they get arrested, they get freaking it's unbelievable what meth does to people. It freaking makes you freaking not work and just freaking not make that much money and just hanging out, totally not caring about 401k or anything. Always in a fucking decent spot, always freaking having fun all night long, always freaking, you know, and not cocaine freaking you just jones for more, and then ecstasies from all the raves. And so basically, next year, Dr. Johnson, if it's not flooded, but this is where I think it's flooding. We have to freaking, if the hurricanes are coming, we have to really stop them by blowing them up. We have to evacuate the Eastern Time Zone. I'm going to die soon. My consciousness is going to go and Puff the Magic Dragon. There's going to be earthquakes from freaking Central Florida. Puff the Magic Dragon's right underneath freaking Frostproof. That mass grave is quicksand all the way down to Puff's head because he sleeps for 12,000 years. 12,000 years, so he's eating fucking food those 12,000 years. So basically, so yeah. Anyways, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm just glad I think you're going to listen this time because I'm going to freaking tell you tomorrow that you have to. I don't think I can call today. I can call today. All right, cool. See ya.